Hello and welcome to another video. Today we're gonna make a quick test drive with the car. It's beautiful weather and I'm gonna do a little trip with the car today. So instead of just going on that trip, we're gonna talk a little bit about what I do like and what I don't like about the car. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna do a review. I'm gonna tell you my opinion about the GR Yaris. So let's go. Welcome to the Sentis. So today from a different location, as you can see, I'm up in the hills near where I live. It's about 45 minutes from where I live. It's our Hausberg. It's the hill in our part of Switzerland. That's where I am at least once a month during winter or summer. And as you can see, we have pretty high snow up here. It's, I think, 1.5 meters at least. And at the top it will be much more. So I talked about how do I like the car, or what do I like about the GR Yaris and what I don't like. I had to make a list because I don't want to forget anything. First of all, what I like the most, it's drivability. So it's just not extremely fast, but it's quite fast and fast enough for the open roads. You recognize lack of power maybe on the Autobahn, German Autobahn and German highway, or at the racetrack when you have long straights. Then you know it's just 260, 280, 300 horsepower. Yeah, it's not that much, but mostly enough for the open road. And that's what I like most about the car, its drivability. That includes also power, obviously. I think it has plenty of power, also enough for the roads. I really do like the sound of the car, and I'm not talking about the enhanced sound in the interior. I do like the honest sound, the sound from the intake manifold and the air filter. I really do like that, and I do like that it's not too loud. Like, you can have a louder car any day of the week. I do like that it's not that loud. So that's one thing. For me, it's a pro. What I do like too is the shifting. Gearbox is, I think, one of the best I've ever driven, and you have very precise shifting points, and also the gears are long enough but not too long. So yeah, I think for daily use or even occasional track day use, it's absolutely perfect. Another thing I really do like is the standard suspension. The standard suspension is one of the best I've ever experienced anywhere in any car. You can always have something better, but keep in mind this car costs about 35,000 euros. So it's not that much for a car like that. It's much for Toyota Yaris, yeah, I agree, but not for the stuff you get. What I do like too is the seats. I really do like them. I don't like the height. That's the first negative. I don't like the height of it, but of them. But I do like the seats in general. They are pretty comfortable, and they give you enough support for fast roads and stuff like that. And what I do like too is I can turn off everything. Stability control, and with the push of a button, everything is disabled. You have a pretty fun car to drive. That's one of the things I like most. Most modern cars can't, or you can't turn it off in most modern cars, but that's a thing I really like. You can turn off everything. I also like the handbrake. That's a huge plus for me. It's just the standard handbrake, just a lever, not the modern ones, just an electronic handbrake, like in most cars nowadays. So that's a big plus for me too. I also do like that it's not too flashy. It's not a car that stands out on every day. It maybe if you bought it in red, that's something totally different. But in black, it's just not that obvious. In stock trim, even less. But even lower than with the wheels and front splitter and everything, it's still not a very flashy car. So the stealthiness, I think, I just really like that. Weight. Most cars weigh nearly 1.5 to 2 tons. Most of them, even the smaller ones, are 1.5 tons. So with this, with 1,280 kilograms in stock trim, I think that's a pretty huge gain, or a pretty good thing they did when they developed the car. The reason for that is obviously everything is made from carbon fiber or aluminium or plastic and nothing else. So it can't be that heavy. And I do like the tunability. I don't know if there's a better word for that, but I just call that tunability. It's, you have these wide arches, you have a car or an engine that is able to generate 350 to 400 horsepower on stock block. That's not something you would expect from a car with just 3 cylinders. So that's a huge plus too. The brakes are immense, they're huge. I really do love them. That's mostly all of the things. Oh no, I forget one thing, sorry. The IMT. I think the IMT is great. On the road, it's, when you drive slow, it's also slow, but if you turn it up a notch and drive on the racetrack and pretty fast, it gets faster too. So that's, I think I do really like that. Now we come to the things I don't like. What I really don't like is the boost gauge. That's just, I don't know. It's the boost gauge, the oil temp, etc. That little display. It's just useless. Why don't you show it on the big screen in the middle? I don't know. So it's, for me, oil temperature and oil pressure, that's just absolutely useless. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to have the can checked display installed, because I want to see all that stuff. And I can now see also rear differential, temperature and gearbox and everything. So I think that's great. I think Toyota should have done that in the first place. And they should have showed it on the big screen. So, but I don't know why they didn't do that. Then full beam. Full beam is a joke. It's not bad in terms of you can't see anything, but compared to other modern cars with full LED headlights, it feels like you have just a little candle in front of the car. That's what I really don't like. The seat height, especially passenger seat height, that's just ridiculous. It's so high up and you can't even turn it down because it's not adjustable. Also, the driver's seat is just too high up. That's one of the things they should have changed, really. Now we get to something, I don't know if that's solely European cars, intercooler spray. I just don't get it why we don't get it. Everything is there, so just install it, please. I would like to have one too. That's why we developed our own one. The rear view mirror. I don't know if you can see it in the video up here. I don't have it anymore because it's so big and hideous and it blocks half the view you have. I think that's totally useless and that's why I removed it. And one of the worst things about the GR Yaris in general, for me, it's the rear view camera. That's just, my first Nokia 3210 had the better quality than this rear view camera. It's just rubbish. Why don't you put a good one in there? I don't think they cost $100, a decent one at least, please. What annoys me too, that's not something I really don't like, but that just annoys me. Why no sat-nav? Why can't I have both? Sat-nav and the parking distance meter or the parking distance sensors and the performance pack. I just don't know why. I think there are some cars, like New Zealand got some of them, where you can have everything. In Europe or in Switzerland, we have to choose between one or the other. And also the operated sound system, this sound system. When you had a look at the boxes, I had a quick look at the rear boxes. They just look like from the 80s. I think they are from the 80s. That's one of the things they could have done much better. I don't know if the upgraded sound system from JBL, I think, is better. I haven't heard one, but a better one would have been nice. So that's my review of the GR Yaris. I hope you liked it. So you can say it's a pretty good car and I really do love it. I don't know if I would have it for everyday use. I know some people who have it for everyday use. I think that would be too much for me, but for me, for a second car for the weekends, as a weekend toy or like just a quick ride up the hill, it's just gorgeous. And also on the racetrack, it's highly capable. I think for me, it's one of the best cars there is at the moment, and especially for that price tag. I don't think you can get anything that makes so many things so good as the GR Yaris for that price. And I'm not sure if there will ever be another car like that. So enjoy it while it lasts. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you next time. Goodbye.